COVID did not break down us as entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs get to enjoy the best days of their lives and the worst days of their lives every minute. He knows my strengths, but he also knows his own weaknesses.
You're married and you're a co-founder.
We just met on a business platform, on a business idea. Don't wait for people to come on your side. Mom guilt is real. It's always going to be there. Your comparison is with you. Build a business that's more scalable. You need to push your solution to people. Feminism is, are you able to be yourself?
Can we backtrack, go to childhood a little bit?
I would still choose entrepreneurship.
Hello everyone, welcome to Decoding Quirks. I'm your host Aditi, and today we have with us an all-rounder woman. Why do I say all-rounder? Is because she's a very or highly committed mother, sister, daughter, wife, a founder, which we're going to find out more about, and a content creator. Her humbleness shows in her authenticity, and she's very quickly become Dubai's favorite. So welcome, Neha Samuel.
Thank you so much, Aditi. This was a very humbling introduction. I didn't see this coming. Thank you so much.
Thank you for being here. So I think everybody doesn't know, but we met 2019, I want to say.
Six years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2019 at a random Dubai gym.
Yeah.
We were dying while doing the workout.
Yeah.
We became Instagram friends because are you coming? Are you not coming to the gym?
Yeah.
And I saw your story. I saw you grow. I have seen your story from being someone who just came to the gym to being a founder, to being a mother, to being a content creator. And then I found out so much more about your life, which we'll jump into. So yeah, I feel even more special sitting here with you today because I saw the BTS, I saw the back version of it.
It's more like the aunties and the neighbors saying, "Mere samne tum pale bade ho."
It's literally like that. I can't express how much.
I've had a kind of transformation in my life, right? I mean, from when we met, it was just me and my husband enjoying in a gym, and then now we are parents and entrepreneurs. So a lot has we've evolved a lot.
Exactly. Transformation was the perfect word. I think I should have used that for your intro.
Thank you.
But transformation is perfect word. I want to know more in detail. I remember even asking you years ago, Chal Neha, let's do a live together. Let's bring your story out there. And it somehow got delayed. But I think everything happens for a reason. And we are sitting here today to get your story out. So tell us chronologically, where did it begin? How did you come to Dubai? What is your journey? How did it start?
It's very interesting. We met in the gym. I met my business partner, my husband, also in the gym, back in Bombay in 2014. And, we discussed about our future plans, what we want to do together. And he had a business plan, a business idea he wanted to, plunge into. And, but then he had a job opportunity here in Dubai. During the same time, he moved here. But we were in process of always, starting something, doing something, on not as our full-time thing, but just a side hustle kind of thing, just try our luck. And when he moved to Dubai, he saw that, this is a very vibrant city and, the entrepreneurship was booming. Government was really coming up with a lot of plans for businesses, startups. And he said, you know what, why not here? Why not Dubai? And that's when it all began. Just this one little idea that was in his mind, and we are here today.
So did you all you all decided that, okay, you all fell in love and then you all also had the business idea simultaneously, or was it just his idea?
Actually, honestly speaking, first it was about we two very passionate people discussing about our passion, our hobbies, let's do business together. We didn't really plan everything. But when we were actually working on our business is when we understood, we're compatible. We enjoy doing same things together. And he likes to grow, he likes growth, I like growth, and I think it just organically happened.
So the love happened after?
So first two fitness enthusiasts met, and then two budding entrepreneurs met, and then we realized there's a lot of things that we enjoy doing together, and slowly and steadily.
That's so beautiful. Okay, I didn't know that part.
Yeah.
I thought you all first fell in love and then everything went from there.
So I'll tell you how it happened. We met in the gym, and he said, "You know what? I have a business idea." I was already having a very stable, very strong, good career for myself. And when he came to me with the idea, I thought, he's just another guy from a big city, Bombay, who says, "You know what? I want to do something of my own. I want to be my own boss." I thought maybe, it's just that. Now, I'm not going to leave my career or quit some things just because, someone's showing me some ideas, which I was not ready for at that time, to be honest. But then in these 9 months, when I said, okay, let me explore, because it's side hustle, right? It's not something that, is very serious. These 9 months, I saw a lot of things that, I kind of had a vision that this guy is very dedicated into what he does. For example, in those 9 months, I would see him exactly reaching his office at 8:30, finishing all his emails, everything, spending that 10 minutes with me, we discussing our to-do list, what we're going to do for our business today, and then he'll continue with his with his job and things like that. Every weekend he would spend on the business idea that we had. Now, these are few things which I had to, it helped me kind of validate that as a business partner, the guy is right. I think I can take a plunge and can get serious about, what he's talking. That's how.
That's amazing. Because, I mean, everybody is finding a co-founder right now,
Yeah.
but you also understood that those values are so important in your relationship.
Yeah. Yeah, like you rightly said, when you have a partner, life partner, you do have possibilities where you'll kind of ignore, compromise, adjust in a lot of things. But that actually is very sensitive when you talk about a business partner. When business partners come together, it has to be like a 10 on 10. You have to match 10 on 10, because it's not a very seamless journey always. So there's a lot that goes into, which is why you will see comparatively a lot of marriages are successful, but not business partners and relationships there. So that's a little tricky thing. You need to have like a 10 on 10 understanding, balance, because you're quitting so much. It's not going to always be a bed of roses.
That's so, it's so shocking for people to even hear this, that you're married and you all are co-founders. And especially the way you're describing that you have to be 10 on 10. So
Yeah.
how do you do that?
I get this a lot. People especially ask him, how do you do it, with your wife? That's sad actually, but yeah, that's how it is. I feel that as a husband and wife, you're already building something much bigger, divine, I can say, in your personal life than just a business, which is, building a family together, future together, raising children together. This is in itself the most challenging thing. It's the biggest commitment you can, put yourself into in your life, right? And what you're doing in business is just something very temporary, where you have the same vision, which is you want to grow together. That's that same thing I have at home with him. We want to grow together. So entrepreneurs, being an entrepreneur, there's nothing different here. We're doing the same thing, which is working hard on our dreams together, growing together. What we're doing is the same thing. So it's not very difficult. We're already building something at home. We're building at work.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it sounds seamless. But what is so surprising for me is that it started off as business, it went into love,
Yeah.
but love needed more work.
Yeah.
Like as you said, it takes a lot of
Yeah.
commitment. And business, I think, has stricter rules
But
around it.
why? But why would you say so? See, for example, everybody meets every individual meets someone while they're doing something. Either you're playing a sport and you meet someone, or you're in the gym, you meet someone, in the club you meet someone. We just met on a business platform, on a business idea. So it's the same thing actually. It's just that we both loved doing something which is maybe business. It's not sport. Otherwise, it would look common. Oh, I met in a, club. That would
Yeah.
sound much easier. But it's the same thing. People meet in the office. People meet, at exhibitions and fairs. It's the same thing.
Yeah. It's like now when people are meeting online,
Yeah.
you're just matching your
Yeah,
ideas and values.
absolutely. See, meeting someone once and then having that moment with each other, spending a day or two with someone is different than just understanding how you're going to be together long term, how you're going to. For me, for both of us, it was more about what hit, what clicked was, the we were able to contribute in many ways, like for example, this business idea, right? There was a lot of things that from day one we realized that there is something that she has, there is something I felt he has, and if we come together we are going to be very good as partners. From day one we realized this, and I think that is till date the same, which is he knows my strengths, but he also knows his own weaknesses. Similarly for me, I know my strengths, but I also know a lot of things that I cannot do, and together we've come together. I think i think in every relationship, in every combinations, you need to know that you need to identify what you can do and what you cannot. People have been always saying you always need community, you always need people. That's absolutely true. Nobody grows on alone. For me, it's both of us.
It's amazing. And I love the fact that this dynamic works and y'all are proof of it.
Thank you.
People don't need to shy away from this. They don't need to keep their, I mean, of course, obviously you're keeping your work life and personal life
Yeah.
separate, but you don't need to feel so scared to take that plunge.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's a great role model for it.
Thank you so much.
And you spoke about, the business. Let's just get a little bit into like what are you doing currently? Also, what did you do before to reach here?
Yeah. Okay. So one thing was, when we started, we had a business idea into fitness industry. I am from a tech background. He is from a marketing background, and we wanted to use this to our advantage and gamify this world of fitness. When he moved here, when he saw that how the government really pushes fitness here, health here, this is something very rare. You don't see this everywhere. That's where he thought, why not Dubai? That's where, first of all, we chose Dubai. First, earlier we were thinking about let's do this in India. But then when he came here, he said, oh my God, it's easier here, To be honest, it was about convenience as entrepreneurs, if you can do something here. And so earlier we came up with an idea. It was a website, like a directory for all the fitness professionals and all the fitness facilities. But as entrepreneurs, we've evolved from then. That time we did not really see through. It was first time that we were getting into entrepreneurship. I was getting into entrepreneurship, and I think we missed on understanding our revenue model. So it didn't work out well there, but that's not something that's I would not discourage people, because this is how you learn. Entrepreneurs learn like this. You have to get there and then learn from there. So what later happened is, okay, we have a business, we have a nice database, we've collected a lot of nice people in our community on our website. What do we do about the revenue now, right? And one fine day, we were in a summit where we met a founder of Redbus, Faninder Sama, and we just, as we were, of course, looking up to him, and had 5 minutes with him and said, what, we have a business here, but we don't see revenue coming. The revenue model was not very well thought through. What do we do about it? He said, you have a website, you have a technology, you are an entrepreneur of this era, very nice, but don't wait for people to come on your site. You need to push your solution to people, That's now think about it. We went back, started thinking, what are we doing? We have a website, we have a marketing platform, we're just marketing, pushing. But that's not how it works. You need to really get into the houses of people. You need to get into the lives of people. And that's when we started, coming up with our offline solutions. Today, we work with over 300 corporates here in Dubai, in UAE. where we help them with their employee engagement programs. So, corporate sports, corporate fitness, that's where it started. In 2020, by 2020, everything was going really well, and COVID hit, and things took a U-turn. So as an events company, we were really struggling to continue with our events, and that's when we thought, there's something, a pandemic that's come, that's stopping us from doing what we want to do. Our solution is not robust, because if something stops you, that means there is always more for you to do. And that's when we realized we need to come up with something that even when people are so low, not, that there's no motivation, people should still be having a nice lifestyle. And that's when we launched Fitze. Fitze is a fitness rewards app. No matter how you feel, it rewards you for all your efforts. So that's where the app was born. And coming to your question, currently it's the app that we're working on. So we have two businesses. One is the fitness rewards app Fitze, and the second one is where we take care of the corporates for their employee well-being.
So I'm going to just backtrack on that. So COVID did not break down the events app, the events model, right? Where you were doing it offline. It just took a break.
COVID did not break down us as entrepreneurs. I would like to say that. Because, like I said earlier, an entrepreneur, it's not like you crack a code one day and that's all. No. As entrepreneurs, you need to keep evolving. There is only thing that is constant is challenges, and you need to understand that. You need to keep evolving. So that time, everything was zero, absolutely zero. So, we were sitting at home for so many months. There was nothing at all. Our team was home. We were home. Our office was shut. There was nobody coming out. So how is there going to be an event, right? But that helped us evolve. That helped us evolve, and that's when this Fitze came into picture. So yeah, so COVID did really affect our business, but it did not affect us as entrepreneurs.
That's beautiful. So now instead of one, you have two.
Yeah, yeah.
So you evolved in that aspect.
Evolved in that aspect, and trying to build a business that's more scalable.
Yeah.
More scalable, and it does not it's something that you're in UAE now. The Fitze app is launched in India as well, and we're based here in UAE. We wouldn't have thought about this if it was not for COVID, right? Because events business cannot happen like that. So we've in fact built a more scalable business during
What?
COVID. Yeah.
Tell me more about the India thing.
So it's just been 2 months now. We've soft launched. While we're talking right now, we have a PR that's getting planned, and you'll read about it.
Oh my God. This is
you.
growth pro max.
Yeah,
I
thank
love
you.
it. Okay. You said something about, the being an entrepreneur is constantly about evolving.
Yeah.
So where do you see business? Where do you see yourselves as an entrepreneur? 10 years from now, maybe 20 years from now. What's your future plan?
Okay. So it's a startup, right? And with startups, why do you call your business a startup? Because your goals are short term, right? I'm not building a business which is a legacy business where I see myself doing Fitze for next 10 years, 20 years, right? I want to create a very gorgeous platform which engages people, serves the purpose, helps the communities, and then find an opportunity where we get acquired, or
Yeah.
some partnership where it even more better in a better way penetrates into the market, into the community. So that's our goal. As entrepreneurs, of course, entrepreneurship is such that once the bug bites you, you get so addicted to building things,
Yeah.
solving problems, coming up with solution. So as entrepreneurs, where we see ourselves is, we're not going to stop here. We're always going to think about a problem that we can solve, come up with a solution that can serve the communities, and that's how our future is going to be like.
That is so beautiful. It's so beautiful to accept it. It's like, I'm not stopping.
Yeah.
At no point am I stopping.
Yeah.
I'm still going to grow.
I'm totally addicted to this, both of us. We enjoy doing this. If I had a chance today to pick up some other profession, I would still choose entrepreneurship. I would still choose this hustle. I would still choose every morning where for entrepreneurship, I'll tell you how it is. Entrepreneurs get to enjoy the best days of their lives and the worst days of their lives every minute. So this minute I'm celebrating something, next minute I have a challenge in front of me.
And all in the same day.
All in the same, maybe next minute. And this is the adrenaline rush that I crave for and we are very addicted to.
That's amazing. Yes, being addicted to entrepreneurship. What about how does that play into your family life? Like, how does that, how do you balance family? And do you bring in that challenge or the excitement into your family life? Do you think it makes you be a better mom or a better daughter? Do you bring those qualities into your family life?
Yeah. Life might teach you something. Say, for example, you take 10 years in your school, 5 years to graduate, and then another 10 years to master into relationships, right? And during this phase, you learn a lot of things. In entrepreneurship, you learn everything in just a couple of years because it's so fast. You see everything happening. You see challenges. You see people come. You see people go. You see a crunch in your finances. You still have salaries to pay. There is so much that you learn. You get matured and you get very good at solving problems in a very short span of time. Now, this is something I can take back home, right? Because if I have a problem, I know that no, Neha, you can solve this. This is not going to be the end of the world because this is something I learned in business. So when I come back, I see, okay, there is some issue. My mind starts thinking, Neha, how do you solve this? I wouldn't, there's not even 1 second where I think, oh my God, why do we have this problem? No, I'm going to think, Neha, now you have a challenge, opportunity, solve this, That's how entrepreneurship, running a business helps in personal life. But also you need to really have a very healthy balance, right? You don't have to be the best at everything. That's not what I can do or what anybody else can do, right? It's about having a very healthy balance. That's, I think, a key to success. So for example, we are entrepreneurs, we have a very busy life, but there are few things that we do differently to balance our personal life. For example, today while I'm with you, early in the morning, my partner was doing a corporate event. And that's when I was with my son at home. Now that I'm here, my husband is with my son. So these are few things that you have to balance. And that's how you run everything together.
So having a great support system
Yeah.
and not having a victim mentality
Yeah.
are the two main things
Absolutely.
to
You
be
said
successful.
that right. You said that right. Yeah. Victim mentality, you do not have time. You do not have time to waste at, you do not. If you just keep thinking about, oh my God, you're going to then trip into another hole, because once you're in a hole, you get up, chin up and look ahead, because you cannot afford to keep doing that.
So in my head, I've always said this earlier, like especially to my clients and all, is that we need to start getting so comfortable to pick ourselves up.
Absolutely.
You're going to walk, you're going to trip, but we waste so much time in covering the fact that we've fallen or failed. People should not know, the world should not know. You're wasting so much more time in doing all of that versus just picking yourself up and walking, because eventually people are going to forget.
Yeah,
and they're going to be worried about picking themselves up later.
Absolutely. The thing where we always say, why me? I don't think that's needed. Why me? Because you don't know. You're saying, why me? But the one sitting next to you and the one sitting next to her and the one sitting next to her, they're all going through something or another, right? You can't say, why me? You've got this. Turn this into an opportunity or turn this into you just know how strong you are when you're there. You just need to realize that, identify that, and you can solve any problem that's in front of you.
Neha, you said it right. Absolutely. Because, we even earlier when we were talking, I said that maybe the grass is greener on the other side. And we keep using this. It's a very common phrase, right? The grass is greener on the other side.
Yeah.
You don't know how much they're watering it.
Yeah.
You don't know how much they're taking care of it. You're just like, why me?
Yeah.
If you start to water your side, you start to grow it, you know that the land is
Absolutely.
there. As you
Absolutely.
said, be an
Yeah.
opportunist.
Yeah.
Take land is there,
Yeah.
grow it.
This
Put
is
the
what I
effort.
tell my best friends also, that and anybody I get a chance to chat with. I was never raised with, or I was never blessed with um, any opportunities, or I was not born with a silver spoon or things like that. It's totally up to you to write your own story. I always every morning remind myself that I am the main character and this is my movie. You just need to remind this, nobody else is going to do anything for you. If I'm expecting, if one is expecting my partner is going to do something for me, you just you know putting a lot of weight
Pressure,
on the,
yeah.
yeah, on the shoulder of another person. There was a nice Shah Rukh Khan movie which really I can never forget those lines, and it went like, if you want to have a coffee, have a coffee buddy. If you like to read books, have someone who likes to read books with you. If you like to go on a movie, have a movie buddy. If you like to work out, have a movie workout. Have a movie buddy. So why do you expect that you're going to get everything from one person? Let's just think how beautiful the world is. Let's just make your own circle, nice community. In that way, the best can, come out of you. And
That's beautiful.
yeah.
Yeah. Because you need a community to survive.
Yeah. And all these things you can do for yourself. Nobody else can do for you. You need to do everything that makes your life beautiful. It's just, you. You cannot expect, oh, my partner is going to get me out of this. My father's going to get me out of this. My mother's going to help me with this. It doesn't happen in the long run.
Yeah, we have like romanticized and glamorized, these rom-coms that we've seen, and
Yeah.
the movie culture, the social
Yeah.
media culture, and like, oh, he should read my mind. They
Yeah.
should know how to make me feel good. They should know that I'm upset. No, they're not you. You have to take ownership of yourself. You need to make sure, do even you know that you're upset? Do you know how to get
Absolutely.
out of that
Now,
sadness?
this is also I learned in business. So, in business or in corporate world, you're not going to leave something there just assuming he must have got my email, but he's not replied me for 7 days. No, you're going to reach out to the person. I've sent you an email. Hope you received it. I'll wait to hear from you. Right? In today's world of email and WhatsApp, you email someone and then you WhatsApp saying, I've sent you. I hope you received it. You're not assuming anything. You're always wanting to clarify your mind, to articulate. If someone's not replying on your proposal, on your sales email, you're going to get back, did you receive my email? What do you think about it, right? Now, this is something you take back in your personal life and say, why here? Why would you assume here? Why not just clarify? Why not just talk it out? Why not just have good communication, face things? And then if it's a no, just accept it. And if it's a yes, celebrate.
Blowing my
Yeah.
mind. I love it. I love how you articulated that.
Thank you.
It's very important.
Yeah.
Um, it's very important to know yourself. It's very important to communicate
Yeah.
what you exactly want and what you
Yeah.
exactly need, because then we're like, oh, they crossed my boundary,
Yeah.
or they didn't listen to me.
Yeah.
You were not clear.
That's
You
right.
didn't ask enough. If you want something, ask for it.
Absolutely.
And I think that's exactly what
Yeah.
resonates. I mean, even in mental health, right? We say the same thing. You need something, you have to ask for it.
Yeah.
It's not magically going to come into your
Yeah.
life. Communicate it.
Yeah.
You don't like something, build that boundary around it.
Yeah.
Because it's not magically going to come.
Absolutely.
You said something about not being born with a silver spoon.
Yeah.
And I know your story a little bit, and I've always wanted to get into that with you. So can we like backtrack, like rewind now,
Yeah.
and go to like childhood a little bit?
Yeah.
How was that?
Maybe now you know my story, but many don't. It's very impossible for people to even imagine if I say that, I am now an entrepreneur running a relatively successful, startups. We're in the growth phase, but, doing something that we enjoy, creating opportunities for people and for our, team and things like that. But I come from I've had a very humble childhood. Humble is also a very humble word to, describe this. I was raised by my single mother, who then would get who would get backfired for thinking very differently for her daughters. I'm from a Gujarati family, and she would get things like, why do you want to put them into English schools? They're just, girls, they're just daughters. And, you know, but my mom thought differently. She had a vision. And I think, you know, like they say, behind every successful man is a woman. For me, I say behind every successful woman, I think most of the times is a woman, who understands and who has a vision. So she had a vision, and, for her education, our education meant everything. Even if she had to beg, borrow for our school fees, she knew that one day my daughter's going to sit and, maybe not a podcast she envisioned, but she envisioned something like that. And when she talks about her story, it should be unbelievable. Yeah. That's one clear vision she always had for us, and she fought for that. And I think today, while I'm sitting here, I am the first generation entrepreneur, first generation woman or daughter or anybody from my family who's ever sat on an airplane. First, for that matter, a first girl who was enrolled in an English school. Wow. And from there to here, as an entrepreneur, as a content creator, I think what's different is, where you're born, where you're planted, does not make you or does not define your class or your success. What you think about yourself, how do you take charge, what vision you have for yourself is what defines where you're going, how you're going to have your future, your success, your class, everything. So for anybody who I share my story with, I always tell them it does not matter where you are today, and there is nothing impossible. Yeah. Like I said earlier, you just need to be the main character of your story. That's all. You want to be a Shah Rukh Khan, jumping from one airplane to another, be that. This is your life. You do whatever you want to do.
That's so beautiful. I can't believe how much effort it must have taken for your mom to push to make sure that you all were educated and not listen to the noise. I think that's very important.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of noise that can drown you down.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, I think even if we are so sure about life, there is self-doubt somewhere.
Yeah.
And maybe self-doubt on good days are,
Yeah.
makes you think outside the box or whatever.
Yeah.
But there is self-doubt.
Aditi, self-doubt is a term for everyone, but for mothers. When mothers think about their children, they have a gut feeling. And in that, there's never a self-doubt. If you have a gut feeling that you want to do something for your children, that's all. Then that noise or anything else, whatever battle you're fighting, is just insignificant. This is a very divine thing, a power that you get. And no one can ever articulate that or explain until and unless nature takes you through that journey. So that is that. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And about my mother being able to do all of these things. So I have never been into a business university. I'm a graduate, but not into business. I have learned all these things just by seeing how she ran her life, how she managed her life, how she ran her monthly budgets, or how passionate she was, how consistent, how persistent. I have seen everything that she's done. Wow. Those are the exact things I implement in my business. Till date, she teaches me a lot of things when I'm kind of, not a few things are not working my way in the business. I come back home, I discuss with her, and she says, it's okay, this is normal. Things are not going to work always for you, but tomorrow might come with a new opportunity, or you might learn something through this, So it's okay. Don't tell me, don't be sad, don't be, disappointed. You're a businesswoman now. Come on, get up, chin up, So that's how she kind of motivates me even today. If you have a degree, I feel you can build a good career for yourself, have a good living. But when you learn things from real life, you can build a fortune. Yeah. That's the difference. You're so resilient when you start learning things from your surrounding that then nothing can, punch you down.
I cannot agree more. This is so apt because similar for me. I got into mental health after like experiencing life, right? Then,
Yeah.
yeah, I studied because you do need a little bit of formal education because you're dealing with people's mind.
Yeah.
Um, but till today, I get people who want mentorship and they have chosen this as a career. Like they have done it from the time that they were in college.
Wow.
So that's the difference. So you can have a full formal degree
Yeah.
and still not be able to achieve something that has learnt it on the field.
Absolutely. That's true. Yeah. And what do you do with the degree if you're not passionate about what you're doing, right? So you're passionate about what you do, and then degree is supplementing that passion for you to grow.
It's just pushing you, just like
Yeah.
that you're just there, you know,
Yeah.
you have it, you have some form, at least for us in mental health, you have some structure.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
you want to do, you know what you
Yeah.
want to achieve, but
Yeah.
just some form of structure.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's the main thing that helped us. The
Absolutely.
passion is utmost
Yeah.
required.
Yeah.
I really, with your mom's story, when you said that behind every successful woman, there needs to be another woman.
Yeah.
I think that's also what we call feminism today, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, listen, feminism has also gotten a really bad name
Yeah.
because people are now fighting for the wrong things as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like fighting for like ladies' night and all is not
Yeah.
feminism.
Yeah.
Feminism is literally like making sure that people are not getting beaten up in their house, their dead bodies are not coming out of their house, they're able to work, getting equal opportunities, right? Literally, like you and Ben, your husband, are literally giving each other the same opportunity.
Yeah.
It's not that because you're a woman and because
Yeah.
he's a man. So that's what feminism is. Like behind
Yeah.
every successful woman,
Yeah.
there needs to be another woman like raising her.
Yeah. Yeah.
You go higher, you are going to be pulling more women in, like
Yeah.
maybe in your job.
Yeah, absolutely. I think feminism is very personal, very, you have your own definition for that, right? And that's feminism. Feminism is, are you, able to be yourself, whatever that is? Are you able, do you have that freedom to be yourself? I think for me, that is feminism. For me, what is feminism is, I am doing what I love, right? I, and then if I have someone next to me, is she getting opportunities for whatever she's doing? Is she getting to do what she? Now that's where for me a feminism will, come in picture.
And it doesn't matter if she wants to be a homemaker or she wants to be a
Absolutely, absolutely. That's exactly what I mean. Yeah. So I have a friend who chooses to be a homemaker, and is she getting to do that? Is she getting shamed for doing that? That's why feminism is very personal and very relative definition. Yeah.
True. Talking about homemakers, we obviously have now figured out,
Yeah.
you're an entrepreneur, you work, you have a son. Is there like mom guilt that comes into the picture? Because we've also seen, how we were raised.
Yeah.
Like you must have seen how you were raised. Like your mom
Yeah.
did everything. She was also at home,
Yeah.
single mom.
Yeah.
And she was out, gathering the money to make sure that you were succeeding.
Yeah.
So at any point, do you feel that the mom guilt comes in?
Yeah, mom guilt is real. It's always going to be there. I think my son, he's 4 years now, or 4 years old, and I have had mom guilt even when I was pregnant. Oh, Neha, you're sitting a lot on laptop. It might not be very safe for your child. Neha, it's been 8 p.m. You're not home yet. So mom guilt is always going to be there. But do you feel bad about it? Now, I don't feel bad about it. Why? Because first of all, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm aiming at. I'm aiming at a very good future, not just for him, but for all of us as a family, right? Like I said, I've not come from a very privileged background. I have seen my mom, my mother in law work, and to be able, why to be able to provide this future for us, right? Today I have a world full of opportunities is because those two ladies did something different back in their days. So I've seen them. I have an example to follow. Not just those two, there are so many women out there I've seen, and I'm just following that lead. And guilt is always going to be there, but I think I am not just going to stop there, but I'm going to also explain my son of what I do and why. He needs to learn that. He needs to learn that to be able to grow up to be a man like his father, who empowers women and just let us,
Yeah. Build a better world together.
better world together, and just let us fly, let us live our lives, and while we come back and balance everything.
Yeah. Is there also like dad guilt?
I can talk about my husband because
Yeah.
this is a topic which I've not very well,
Yeah.
maybe not very well understood. But if I talk about my husband, he has a lot of dad guilt always. So, when he's flying for work or for, meeting our family back in India, he would really miss him, feel bad about not being with him. And, when we're at work, but he finds comfort in how we balance.
Yeah.
One of us is always with our son. My husband's too sensitive to, so he always has that guilt.
That's, I
Yeah.
mean, I am happy that people are actually talking about it,
Yeah.
because we also have come from a place where like masculine is masculine,
Yeah.
feminine, you have to be the nurturer,
Yeah.
masculine has to be the provider. The
Yeah.
fact that you can even say that, yes, he's sensitive, he has dad guilt,
Yeah.
it's normal,
Yeah.
and we love it.
Yeah.
If that wasn't there, probably like
Yeah.
we wouldn't know the love. Like, it's great.
Yeah.
It's very important.
For me what is masculine is my husband accepting his emotions, expressing his emotions, um, being that air beneath my wings so that I can fly, uh, being the nurturer to my son when I am away.
Yeah.
All that is masculine. All that I can say is, very attractive and very sexy.
Yeah, you couldn't have said it better.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are very confused on what masculinity is.
Yeah.
It's not just how a physique is, it's
Yeah.
not just swag.
Yeah.
Do the work,
Absolutely.
be a partner.
Yeah.
You don't have to be a provider, because a lot of
Yeah.
people get confused. Like, a husband is a good, you can be a good husband,
Yeah.
or you can be a good provider.
Yeah.
Where are you? What
Yeah.
are you doing?
Yeah.
So be
Yeah.
a good partner.
Yeah. No
That's very
matter
important.
what your family dynamics look like,
Yeah.
For example, if, there's a family where the husband's working and the wife is taking care of everything else, holding the fort strong while he's away. Now, this is your family dynamics, right? So be equally part of that. Whatever it is, a husband and wife should be a very good team
Yeah.
that comes together, and then, there's the common goal.
Yeah, and the family flies then.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm curious about one last thing. Okay. You said you had a son, he's 4 years old. How is it to be a mom for a son, especially in 2024, knowing the kind of news that's going around, knowing the kind of trauma that men can give women, and knowing the kind of trauma that even you have gone through as a
Yeah.
kid? How is it to be a mom of a boy?
I think being a mother to a son, there's nothing different from how you should be in 2024 or how my mother-in-law or my mom would have been back in 1980s, It's just about right and wrong. It's just about values, right? If you have that in place, even then it was needed. Even then it was there in place. A lot of mothers did it really well, right? And that's exactly what I'm following now. For my son, for us, it's very important, not the religion that he follows, but how kind he is to one another. It doesn't matter the gender, it doesn't matter status, He needs to be reminded of the blessings that he has today, keeping in mind where his parents and his grandparents came from. We did not have all these opportunities, a very good school in Dubai, a very good house, a very safe city. We did not have all of that. So I want him to count his blessings, be very grateful, be very kind to everybody, even if it is, I teach him, even if there's an ant, in front of him, I would teach him. Don't just, be very aware of your surrounding, be very aware of what can you do? You can do good, you can do bad. Choose the good, So that's the kind of upbringing that, we're just trying to inculcate in our son. And I don't think it's any different from,
That's
yeah.
actually really well said. So the main attention goes to the value system.
Yeah.
We need it more than ever. So
Yeah.
we need more value systems
Yeah.
now, and
Yeah.
more boys and men
Yeah.
learning how to be better to women,
Yeah.
learning how to just be better.
Yeah.
So
I
I'm so
think the
happy.
only challenge is that we have a very busy lifestyle now where the family does not get time to sit, say, on a dinner table and have a little, talk together and, just express each other. That is an effort that you need to take. Once you have that, a time together, it flows.
Yeah. But now that we know that in the next 10 years, the startup's going to get acquired, inshallah, you're going to be growing bigger and better. You're going to make that time and you're going to have those chats and it's going to be amazing. I can see the future.
Yeah, about life, you don't wait for something to happen. In general, also, we do not wait for something to happen. We enjoy the journey.
I love
Whatever it is today, there are two things. One, I'm very grateful for that I have everything that I have today. And second is that I am consistent towards getting it even better. So these are two things. I do not expect, I'm not sitting here today and thinking, oh my God, it's going to be acquired, or I'm
Yeah.
going to be here, I'm going to be there. No, for me, I just enjoy the
Yeah.
journey. And this really helps, you don't
Yeah.
get that anxiety or, just live, just put your good work out there and it's going to come back.
You couldn't have said it better because anxiety is very future oriented.
Yeah.
And it also comes in when you're transactional.
Yeah,
Right?
absolutely.
I am doing this for that.
Yeah.
That reward system behavior.
Yes.
And
Just a spike of, some
dopamine.
achievement. Yeah, sense of achievement. And then it comes back down. And tomorrow, yeah, oh my God, again. So then you burn out.
Yes, exactly. So life is the journey.
Yeah.
You need to have direction, which is why there's a destination.
Yes.
But we do tend to get confused that, that person was on the paper, he's successful, 30 under 30, 40 under 40.
Yeah.
So we're chasing so heavily that you very rightly said that then there's burnout.
Yeah.
Yes, you're moving. Yes, you're chasing. But be aware of the journey. Learn to enjoy the present moment.
That's true. And I don't think that, you should be seeing. So your growth is not measured in a way that, okay, he is here and I am here.
Yeah.
Your growth should be measured. Your success should be measured in a way, where did you start and where are you now?
Exactly.
If you do that, you're always very content, happy, grateful, because everyone's life story or everyone's journey is different.
And it has to be different.
Yeah, no matter what you see.
Yeah.
You might see on social media, you know what? Same business, same age, same everything, and then why this?
Exactly.
No, you don't need to get there. You don't need to compare. You think about where you started. And if you think, okay, the growth has been not as per how you wanted it, then you work on it. You tweak, you evolve. Your comparison is with you. Your measuring of success is with where you started from, not what's around you.
That was one of the best things that you could have said and articulated it really well.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, that was our closing line. I'm so sorry. I really wanted to sit for longer, but time is up. It was so good to have you here.
Thank you so much.
I think we should have done this for an hour and a half. We should we can easily talk more. Maybe next time.
For sure.
Okay.
We'll do that.
Thank you everyone for joining in and watching this. I hope you learned so much about the entrepreneurial journey, the motherhood aspect, and just how to raise your sons. So, thank you. Like, follow, subscribe. Like, follow, subscribe. Thank you, Neha.
Thank you so much, Aditi, for having me here today.
Thank you.